How would you treat a defenseless person? Would you protect them? Would you treat them as an equal? Or would you take advantage of their situation and cause them harm? Your answer reveals a lot about your personality. Because at the end of the day, we are not judged by how we treat our equals, but by how we treat the weak and the vulnerable. This is why animal cruelty, child and elderly abuse are seen as such heinous crimes. The victims can't defend themselves, and society views these acts with an almost instinctual level of revulsion. One such defenseless victim was Jorge Torres Jr., who was locked in a suitcase by his girlfriend in 2020. While he begged to be set free, his cruel lover laughed, taunted him, and filmed him with her phone. She then went upstairs to take a nap. When she returned the next morning, her boyfriend was dead. Sarah Boone was eventually charged with second-degree murder. But what led her to commit such a horrific crime? Did she really intend to kill her boyfriend, or was this just a prank gone wrong? How did her boyfriend end up in the suitcase to begin with? Let's find out. The 911 call. On the morning of February 24th of 2020, Sarah Boone called the police. This is what she said.
Now tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a case and we were playing. And like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep and I woke up and he was dead in the suitcase, so I don't know what happened.
It immediately becomes clear that Sarah is trying to portray this as an innocent accident. One of the first things she says is that she and her boyfriend were playing. She also says that he ended up in the suitcase due to a game of hide and seek. Note that she doesn't tell the police officers the truth, that she actually zipped George into the suitcase and refused to let him out, even as he begged for mercy. Let's continue.
Right, okay, what's your apartment number?
3.
Apartment 3?
Yes, like he had like blood coming out of his mouth, and I don't know if like he had like an aneurysm or what happened.
Right, okay, all right, okay. Listen, we're getting help out there too. All right, okay. Okay,
now?
Okay, 40, yeah, man, listen, we're on our way out there. You're at 407-716-8684. Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Sarah continues to paint herself in a positive light. She says repeatedly that she doesn't know what happened. She also makes a reference to an aneurysm, and she claims to have given him CPR. As you will see, these comments make absolutely no sense, as she knows full well what happened to him. He suffocated because she refused to let him out of the suitcase. The call goes on.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Okay, how old is the boyfriend, ma'am? 42-year-old male. All right. Okay, we're sending help out there. Sheriff's officer way out there?
Yes, I'm sorry?
Yeah, okay. All right, listen to me. Okay, I just need to confirm this. All right, I understand. I just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No, he's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Okay, listen to me. There's a defibrillator available. I need you to get it for me, okay?
What is it?
You have an AED available?
No.
All right. Do you right by him now?
I'm sorry?
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat on his... Okay, ma'am, listen. So listen, is he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff. And he's purple.
Okay. All right, listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows, okay?
Yes, I did.
All right, okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Right, okay, listen. Okay, man, that's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him, okay? All right? Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Baby, I'm telling you. Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay.
Please! Okay, he just gurgled.
Rays of truth begin to shine through as the 911 call reaches its end. Sarah mentions that she fell asleep while her boyfriend slowly died in that suitcase, although she doesn't use those exact words. This is one of the few times she is honest, and this decision to take a nap while her boyfriend suffocated will probably be a major contributing factor to her eventual murder conviction. That being said, she also mentions once again that she gave George CPR. There's no doubt about it, she really wanted the police to know that she attempted to save her boyfriend's life. The cell phone footage. If you were to judge Sarah Boone on the basis of this 911 call alone, you'd probably assume that this was some kind of tragic accident, a prank gone wrong. Indeed, this was probably what the first responders thought when they talked to Sarah on the phone. But as time went on, more evidence came to light, including a very telling video that showed the murder taking place. This video clearly shows that this was no innocent accident. Sarah Boone killed her boyfriend, and she seemed to enjoy his suffering. Take a look.
Sarah. You. Sarah.
Sarah laughs on multiple occasions throughout the video. In contrast, her boyfriend's voice is filled with genuine fear. Boone's voice is slurred and unclear, suggesting that she may have been intoxicated at the time. However, we can make out a few important details from what she says. Sarah repeatedly says things that would suggest that the murder was motivated by revenge. For example, when George tells her that he can't breathe, she says,
"That's when you choke me."
She also responds later by saying,
"That's what I feel like when you drink on me."
Sarah!
Fuck you!
Fucking breathe, Sarah!
Yeah.
In addition, she says, "That's on you," on multiple occasions, suggesting that she believes George deserves this experience. So what really happened? When paramedics arrived at the scene, they found George's body on the floor. His official cause of death was determined to be asphyxiation, although he also had a black eye and several other injuries. Boone's ex-boyfriend was with her. She had called him before she called the police. Apparently, he had convinced her to call the authorities after arriving at the scene. The interrogations. The police obviously viewed Sarah with suspicion, and they quickly brought her in for questioning. The truth behind this incident would only come out after Sarah was questioned on multiple occasions by skilled interrogators.
The last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so...
Give or take.
Right. So what do you mean by he comes after you? Like...
He gets belligerently drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have almost I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards for them to tend to it, from him poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
So it's...
Then why are you still with him?
Everybody asks me that. When I tell you guys this, I really love him. Like I do. And I feel like I can help him. Like I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back to here and to dealing with everything else that he's been dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I've really helped him. I've bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I've gone to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the state. I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying. And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book, or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else. Where I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do. He doesn't know how to, I guess, maintain himself, where I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things prior that I need to get done. He can't process like that. He didn't process like that, so he would literally, not literally, but have smoke coming out of his ears. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. So the majority of the time, I would hang out outside or do something else because I don't want to drink.
Okay, let's unpack this because Sarah just went on an extremely long rant. First of all, she alludes to the fact that she and George had legal issues in the past, and that George had been dealing with various charges. This is all true. Court documents show that both George and Sarah were arrested in 2018 after a domestic incident. In one court document, she told investigators that she was dragged upstairs by Torres and kicked in the right eye after talking to a guy at a bar. Torres at the time told investigators that she tried to strangle him and that if he did not kick her off of him, she would have made him incapacitated. In the affidavit, deputies say they weren't able to tell who the primary aggressor was. Torres was also charged with battery 3 times in 2019. His most recent arrest was in September when, according to the affidavit, Boone accused him of punching her in the left ear. There was a temporary injunction for protection in place at the time. Both Sarah and George had suffered physical injuries in past altercations with each other. Neighbors later stated that police were regularly called to the apartment, and they heard slamming, shouting, and loud music all the time. Sarah also says during her interrogation that the police can search her phone for evidence that George was a belligerent drunk who regularly beat her. She stated that her phone contained images of various injuries she had sustained due to George's abusive behavior. This is ironic because her phone also contained the videos that would later condemn her. Finally, Sarah states again and again that she stayed in this abusive relationship because she wanted to help George. But if you're a reasonably astute person, you would have come to the conclusion that Sarah is a dum-dum or that she is living in a fantasy world where she is the victim and savior. Because the reality is that she finds herself in an interrogation room because George Torres is dead because Sarah unequivocally did not help. George is quite dead and Sarah is not the good guy. Now, let's see what she says about what happened on the day of George's death.
You told us you weren't drunk.
No, I was not drunk.
Right.
I was not drunk. So with him, I don't know. I know when it's like, oh, okay, man, where I have told him, slow down. It's starting to catch up with you. Slow down. Slow down. And another thing, too, is I don't like listening to music with him because he gets too involved in the music, and the music that he listens to is a little rough around the edges, and like just it makes me fractious listening to his music. So I kept asking him, let's just you and me talk. You and me will just be the ones that are talking, which was fine because I mean we were playing with the dog, whatever, and then it's like, okay, now let's do the painting. We just did the puzzle, took a break, now let's do this. Sure enough, sat down, we're sitting in there talking, laughing, talking about new movies. We're watching movie trailers while we're doing painting and all that other stuff. So it's still background noise to him because I think that's what he's used to is having background noise. Where me, I can sit in here all day with not a peep. But he always has to have some kind of background noise, which I didn't mind because the trailers were cool. And he was interested in showing them to me, getting excited about movies that were out or upcoming.
Okay.
So
on your laptop you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
And I mean, and then it was...
But you said it was a good day, like you guys didn't have any conversations about your relationship, you guys didn't go down like the rabbit hole, like had too many to drink, and you guys start getting...
Nope. When I tell you this, it made me so happy that he actually listened to what I had to say with just, we'll get through it. This will be fine. It's just, it's a small hurdle that you and I together will get through because...
I'm talking about the money, jobs,
daughters,
stress.
Yes.
Nothing relationship-wise, though? Like, no issues, like, did you guys have a conversation about your relationship, or was it just about,
just
like,
what's going on right now?
Got it.
I try to evoke it from him so he gets it off his chest, because I call him the volcano, where eventually he's going to erupt.
Right.
And what he has learned in his classes is to communicate, which is a huge thing in a relationship, where he has been practicing communication. So he actually talks to me about things and unburdens himself. Put it on me. I'll sit there and try and figure it out for you like I have almost everything. Not a worry. Just tell me. Get it out of you.
Right.
But it was, when I tell you, I was so happy. Like, it was such a good day. I kid you not. The weather was beautiful outside. I'm the one that had him go inside so we can do puzzles and painting and listen to music or whatever else he wants to do. So then he starts doing whatever it is we're doing together in the living room and then starts talking because I think he gets comfortable with, okay, you know what, we're here, it is a good day. Let me go ahead and explain myself. So I know. Nobody else knows, but I know. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him. I missed him a lot, and I didn't even sleep last night. I miss him a lot.
I mean, is there any chance it got to be too much for you and you couldn't handle taking care of him and
I never stopped.
trying to...
I never stopped. That's what I'm here for. I never stopped. I'm here now because I'm still trying to help him.
Yeah, we just don't, I mean, it's unexplainable how he got these injuries, and
I have no idea.
you were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God. I have no idea how he got them. Nobody touched anybody.
Sarah is trying to paint the picture of a happy relationship, even though it's clear that they were fighting and arguing throughout their time together. Sarah even tells a story about them painting and doing jigsaw puzzles together during the night of George's murder. This story doesn't really seem very believable, and the investigators are clearly skeptical. They let her rant but continue to confront her about the suspicious elements of George's death, including his unexplained injuries. Sarah puts her right hand up and swears to God that she had no idea how those injuries got there. Sarah also claims that she and George were playing a game of hide and seek that night. Yes, you heard me, they're playing hide and seek. Two 42-year-olds decided to play hide and seek. While they were playing hide and seek, Sarah and George jokingly agreed it would be funny if they zipped him into the suitcase.
Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there, and it was there,
Yes.
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
Well,
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that
but
time,
I'm saying, I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game, so...
The suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously
No.
I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing,
Yes.
he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something
Absolutely
that you
not.
guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs. So.
Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password.
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's
Yeah.
your phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get into it because it's password protected?
He'll come and get it to me and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes too, like he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone. And he'll hold it while I'm cooking or doing something do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password and he doesn't have the facial recognition.
No.
But he is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm
Yes.
assuming, other than...
Well, Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday. Right. So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I thought I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
and George and them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Let's pause right there, because this is probably the most important moment in the entire investigation. Sarah claims that no videos were taken on the night of George's death, but the investigators know that she is lying. Why? Because they already accessed her phone and found the video of George suffocating in the suitcase. Let's see how Sarah reacts.
Something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
We're not sure if this was intentional or not, but the laptop actually dies a few seconds into the video. Maybe the investigators are trying to give Sarah a chance to confess, but she sticks to her guns and continues to deny everything. Sarah knows what's coming, and she doesn't want to see the video. She only lasts a few seconds before she asks the police to turn it off.
For everything you've done to me. Fuck you.
And this
Fuck
is,
you.
that's you, your voice.
Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up. I can't fucking breathe it. Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me. Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had two fingers hanging out, and you
I
went
flipped
to
him
bed.
over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
And there's two different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions, and him saying that he can't breathe, and you saying, fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
She can't really explain her way out of this, but she tries anyway. Her story about leaving a hole for George to get out doesn't really make sense because he wouldn't be begging for release if he was capable of escaping on his own. She also repeatedly states that she never intended to fall asleep and leave him inside, and that it just kind of happened, and that it wasn't intentional. And then Sarah's story just completely falls apart. She previously stated that she doesn't remember making the video, and in a panic, she claims that her forgetfulness was caused by drinking. But she previously said that she wasn't drunk that night. Things are starting to go very badly for Sarah. Let's fast forward a little through Sarah's blind denials as they get pretty repetitive.
Not by your words in the video. I don't get that.
He did.
Because you bring up the fact that when he's choking you, you can't breathe. That's how you felt when he cheated on you. You couldn't breathe. And you verbally several times told him just fuck you.
Well, you said it in the video, but you won't let us play the rest of it because you don't want to...
When I say cheating, it's on his phone.
Okay. Cheating is cheating.
I think so too.
Exactly.
It's your definition of cheating, though, so, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the word cheat means.
And that's what you told him in the video. That I couldn't breathe when you cheated on me.
No.
That's how I felt when he said, Sarah, I can't breathe. And you told him,
I don't
fuck
know
you.
what you... This is...
What would you say if somebody told you that they had done this?
Done what?
Zipped somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think... So you all think that it's like, oh good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you guys are trying to assume? Or trying to, like...
We're just, the video is very portraying of the opposite of what you told us.
No.
It is not leading up, it is not matching what statement you gave us in the car.
So,
and that's why we want to know.
And I don't remember doing those.
The injuries are not consistent with what you've told us. So we have a lot of inconsistencies, and this video explains itself. It really, truly does.
Now the interrogators mention the fact that Sarah's comments in the video suggest that this murder was motivated by revenge. Things are going from bad to worse for Sarah.
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation.
Wow.
But we're watching a video that, after talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No.
Yes, that's absolutely what it was. It's not an assumption. The video is there. We played it for you.
Finally, as you see, the male interrogator has had enough of Sarah Boone's futile protests. He hits her with the truth. This was an intentional act, and there's no getting around that.
So you guys think that I intentionally...
You did. You got up off the couch and walked up the couch, or walked up the stairs and got into bed. That was intentional. There's no way getting around that. You intentionally did that. Nobody drugged you up there. You didn't float up the damn stairs.
Okay, well, it's not fair. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
I don't know what to tell you.
You told us that. You didn't go upstairs?
Again, there was a hole in a suitcase. I unzipped it from the hole with one finger.
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
But he could push it open.
No, he
Did
couldn't.
he?
The video
No.
shows him pushing up.
And
If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
I tell
Okay.
you, he can't breathe.
Okay.
If someone can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance, unless they need assistance.
So, but why would he start doing it?
Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped.
Okay.
Didn't see it.
It wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I.
Well, he's dead as a result
Lay
of your
hands
action.
on each other.
He is dead as a result of
I
your
understand
action.
that.
So,
That's why
You two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
Here's a little detail that you might have missed. When the female interrogator says, "He is dead because of your actions," Sarah replies, "I understand that." Whether Sarah realizes this or not, she just confessed to murder, or at the very least, manslaughter.
He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave him.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind. It
This
doesn't
whole
matter.
thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's this. So it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying and like you're now changing
Who's
your story.
lying about what?
You're now you were drunk.
Oh, I never said that I was drunk.
Exactly, but you did here today. That's okay.
You said earlier.
Everything recorded.
Alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol. Alcohol does a lot to people.
Yes, but I never said I was drunk.
Okay.
You did.
So you did this. You did this sober. You knowingly left him down there sober.
I have already told both of you also that we were both drinking.
Right.
Okay.
But you want to admit that you were drunk? Is that?
I'm telling you all both. This has changed my life. I will take this. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
Absolutely.
By this point, it is becoming clear that Sarah really should have exercised her Miranda rights and remained silent. Remember, everyone, always exercise your Miranda rights. She is only digging herself deeper into trouble with this interrogation. At the end, Sarah agrees that the video looks bad. She will likely spend the rest of her life in prison. What happened to Sarah Boone? After the interrogation, Sarah was held without bail and faced a life sentence. She was also represented by a public defender and eventually pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. Her pre-trial hearing was initially scheduled for July 14th, but this trial has been repeatedly delayed, presumably due to COVID-19. The last time her trial was scheduled, it was for December of 2021. Regardless, it seems clear that Sarah will be convicted of the murder. The video evidence against herself is extremely convincing, and it seems unlikely that a jury will show any mercy. This murder is shocking for a number of reasons. First of all, millions of people have seen the viral video of George trying to desperately escape while Sarah watched and mocked him. The video has an almost surreal quality, and it's incredible to think that such a horrific moment has been publicized to such an extent. The murder was also undeniably cruel and unnecessarily painful for the victim. Coroners believe that George was stuck inside that suitcase for roughly 9 hours. While it's not clear how long it took for him to die, he obviously suffered for a considerable amount of time before finally passing away. Can you imagine slowly suffocating while trapped in a suitcase, knowing that your partner could release you at any time if they wanted to? It's an incredibly disturbing thought, to say the least. What do you think? Do you think Sarah was just having fun with George and didn't really believe his cries for help? Does this video make you want to play hide and seek and get into a suitcase with someone that you have a track record of abuse with? How, my dear friends, can we prevent such tragedies? Perhaps ending relationships at the first sign of toxicity? Maybe getting a ton of therapy if we find ourselves trying to strangle our boyfriend? Maybe coming to terms with our addictions and facing down the demons that possess our soul. I don't know a lot, but I know this. There are a lot of things that can hurt people we love, and it is our responsibility to at least keep them safe from ourselves. Don't let vengefulness, inebriation, or mental health rob you or your loved ones of a good life. Be well.